Out here, every mile tells a story. This one begins in Becker, Minnesota, where I just tied down a couple of big radiators I got heading out west. Picked up a few more pieces back in our Wisconsin yard and wrapped them up like a present for the road. Let me tell you, man, this tarp job, this shit wore me out. Next stop is over here in Casper, Wyoming, offloading the reels that I had on the top deck and one there on the back. You won't see where those big machines get dropped off. Some moments are better left off camera, but the wheels never stop turning. Before you know it, I'm down in Santa Fe Springs, California, already reloaded and heading east with another wild run. Michigan, Ohio, New York, and on up to Mississauga, Ontario. But somewhere near Hurricane, Utah, I saw something. Smoke rising over the mountains. The sun behind it was strange. Blood red, angry, like a warning in the sky. A bad omen, maybe. Something's out there and it ain't just fire. So while I roll toward Michigan, I want to share a few things on my mind. Some thoughts from my fellow truckers about what's happening in our country right now and what might be coming. I ain't trying to preach or throw any political beliefs on you. Just trying to look out for my people. Because out here, if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the signs.
You know, the big news today, it's going to be big news all week. Hopefully this is the biggest news. You know, we bombed the shit out of Iran last night. A lot of people are worried about retaliation and all this. You know, when I heard about it, I immediately thought about all these people that were let in during the last 4 years that were just let into the country. Now look, this is all I'm not trying to be political. I'm just trying to be real, because this is a serious threat. This ain't time to be like, oh, I hate so-and-so, so I'm just against everything that person does or whatever. This is like for real. This is how I feel, and it's not even just how I feel. It's what I've observed. And most people should be aware of these things by now. You know, years ago, my job was actually to think about what the bad guys, the enemy, those people in other nations who hate us, it was my job to actually think of things that they would do and to kind of consider how to counteract that, and also to defend and protect things that they would be after. I was in the Air Force. I was security forces in the Air Force, and I protected some pretty important shit. And my mind was always going off thinking about these things, that those guys who hate the United States, what they would do to get us, things they would do to try and destroy us or even hurt us, embarrass us, or whatever, kill us. 9/11 happened. We watched people fly planes into the Twin Towers and the Pentagon. At that time, I was on duty in Barksdale Air Force Base. I saw George Bush fly in on Air Force One. I was there guarding Priority One resources, the most important thing that we have in this nation. We were taught that there were cells in the United States at that time, and they would be coming to get us. This is layman's term. I'm just speaking to you the way someone else might speak. That these guys would come after us, and it could be a week from then, a year, or 20 or 30 years, or whatever it is. But they're there in the United States. And my thinking is not only that kind of thing, but we just let a bunch of people in the United States in the last 4 years, unchecked, unvetted, people from all kinds of countries, people who want to be here because they want to have what the United States has to offer. They want that freedom. They want that to get away from whatever they were running from. But you also have people who hate us. You have people who hate us here. And it's absolutely crazy how many of them have gotten into the trucking industry. How many of them are driving trucks? And some of them are die-hard loyalists to that regime and those religion, that particular religion that hates us. And I'm concerned about some sort of an attack that stems from the trucking industry. They are going to utilize trucks in some way, maybe in multiple ways, to attack. And that's not far-fetched. We just devastated them. And there are countries who are on that country's team who would be willing to help us out because they also hate Israel. They hate Israel. And we got people in our own government that I believe are they hate the United States, but they're elected officials. And one of the postulated threat coming to the United States where an attack like that would happen is an insider threat. Someone on the inside who is giving information, leading some sort of way for the enemy, giving the enemy info. Here we are. We got, that's something that's on my mind a lot right now. And some of you are probably thinking the same thing. It's been showing up a lot lately about all the people from foreign nations who have taken over the trucking industry, essentially. And I've seen it a lot. A lot of guys are really concerned about it, and they should be. And I thought of this years ago. Like, man, they took our airplanes and used them against us. Who's to say who's to say they're not going to take these trucks and use them against us? When you have highly motivated individuals willing to die for their cause, anything is possible. And so I think all of us need to be on the lookout for strange things like that. And you see something, you say something. I'm not saying it's imminent, or I'm just saying it is a possibility. And we all need to keep our heads on a swivel and be highly vigilant and aware of our surroundings at all times. At all times, man. I think, a lot of drivers want to say they're just as important as the military or police officers and all this, and we need that respect and whatever. Okay. Keep your heads on a swivel and maintain your vigilance. And a lot of you guys that are prior service, you know what I'm talking about. It's time to be real. Shit's about to get real. Tell me what you think down in the comments. That's the real deal. See you guys.